Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Wonder Snatch. Today I actually had a different idea for a video. I just received my At Forest Sight palette from Raw Beauty Kristi and Colourpop collab, and I was very excited to do some sort of a fall mushroomy look for you. But today they dropped the cast of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13 and I thought, why not do a reaction video because some of these queens look fierce, alright? Okay, so if that's something you want to see, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and ring that bell for post notifications. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so let's just get right into this. I'm going to go into my Miron today because I want a bit of more of a woodsy, warmer colour for this fall look. Yeah, and I'm going to be trying to use as much of these Colourpop stuff that I got. Okay, I'm just going to bounce it in with some Derma Blend to make sure those brows are covered. And yes, congratulations to the cast of Season 13 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Very exciting cast. It was released yesterday. I think yesterday they had this leak of a small little square trailer, which some people say might have been a mistake. And so this morning the entire cast was dropped. So not sure whether that was intentional, but at least now we get to meet my future siblings, in case I ever get on the show, wink wink. Yeah, they filmed this entire season in lockdown, so they actually had the queens fly to LA and they were quarantined for 2 weeks, and they all were kept in this, you know, this bubble of shooting. And apparently there's going to be a lot of different new things during the season as well. For example, there's going to be these Pyrex things separating the judges. Probably some other surprises as well. And of course, as predicted, Gottmik is on, so she's the first trans man to be on the show. Super exciting. Check out my tribute to her if you haven't already. Today I'm going to try this new Colourpop No Filter Concealer. All the beauty gurus seem to be raving about this. This is going to use a white, conceal and highlight. For this season, they were saying there was some rumor that some queen was actually sent home from set. So I'm not sure about how true that is. It was rumored to be, I think, Jasmine Rice from New York City. Something surfaced about her sharing nudes from audience phones or something like that. She would take phones from audience members and send nudes to other people in the audience. So I'm not sure whether that's true, but she's not in this cast, so I'm not sure whether it's her or whether those rumors were true to begin with. Okay, so that didn't do very much. Just go in with a little bit more Miron, alright? There's also probably going to be a lot more background checks, right? After last year's debacle with Sherry Pie, who was a contestant who was disqualified for predatory behavior. Okay, much better. Okay, and using True Tan to contour. I'm going to be going for a very Brigitte Bardot, big-eyed, doe-eyed look today, okay? Because my wig has these nice bangs, okay? So I don't have to go in with too much of the forehead contour. Let's have a look at this cast reviews. So the promo pictures, it seems like they're doing these pastels thing also, and lots of them seem to be in these pink, blue, trans colors. I think that's, I'm not sure whether that's been intentional. Maybe they all decided to go in with the trans colors because of their trans castmate. So a lot of them seem to have chosen pink and blue themes, which is nice. So what I've done is I've watched the Meet the Queens, and I've also read the Entertainment Weekly interviews. So I will just look through their Instagram and everything and just go through the cast of Season 13. Let me just powder and everything, I'll be right back to get started. Alright, I'm just going to go straight in the eyes and I'll worry about the brows later. I really want to use some of these yellows and greens. I'm just going to go in with this shade called Chanterelle on a fluffy brush, okay, and just buff out the crease. Okay, first up is Denali Fox. She's really pretty, okay, and really bubbly in her interview. She's from Alaska. I think she's the first queen from Alaska, but her Instagram says she's from Chicago now. She calls herself the Chicago Ice Queen. It seems like she's a figure skater and an ice skater as well, so a bit like Milk, but she says that she does more backflips than Milk. And on her bio it says that she was on a national team for ice skating and also worked in Cirque du Soleil, so obviously a very physical queen. That sounds promising. And she says she's only been doing drag for 2.5 years, so quite a baby queen. Her outfit's quite nice. I mean, it's one of these pink and blue things with the nice figure skating wings. Yeah, there's something about her which makes me think that she's going to be one of the early outs. If I'm going to predict how far she'll go, I think she'll be out first 3, I think. other than what I've told you, I haven't seen any other, spoilers or anything. I usually like to also listen to all the Meet the Queens and everything from all the various podcasts that I listen to. So I'm very excited also. I'm very excited to get to know these girls. So this is really just the first impressions, okay? I hope to be proven wrong about Denali. I hope to be proven wrong of any of my negative comments today. So please take it with a grain of salt. This is for entertainment. Next is Elliot with two T's. Two T's, get it? Two T's. Two T's. She's a Las Vegas theatre queen, seems to be a lot of musical theatre, and she says she's a ballet dancer as well. She did a national Broadway tour of Joseph and Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, so that's a musical theatre queen close to my heart. And in her write-up, it also says that she was supposed to replace Derek Barry as a Britney Spears impersonator in Vegas, so that's some shade. She seems to be quite fun, and she's also one of the girls that I never heard of before this season. Looking through Elliot with two T's Instagram, seems like she's a real dancing queen, so I think we should be giving Denali Fox a run for the money. I'm going to go with my packing brush. I'm going to pack in the green called, I'm going to pack in the PNW for Pacific Northwest, this bluish, dark blue, okay, to the outer corner. Oh, wow. Whew. Okay, that is some pigment. And it matches my shirt. Okay, so Elliot two T's. I think she's got quite an interesting personality, but I don't think she's going to make it more than halfway. Oh, rain. So excuse the rain. Next, of course, is Gottmik. She's my favorite. Okay, I did a whole video on her, so I don't think I have to say very much. But one thing that really struck out to me during this interview is that she said she tried out 3 times and she only got on after she transitioned. So I think that didn't sit very right with me. Okay, did she only transition because they only wanted to have men on the show, even though she's been accepted as a trans man? It's still kind of funny that they won't let a woman doing hyper feminine drag to be on the show, which I'm still waiting to see. So I'm just going to knock some of this off and try to blend this into crease. Smoking this out on the side. Okay, yeah, and Gottmik's personality is really, really bubbly during the interview, and I really, really like her. I think she's gonna go far. I think she's gonna win. I hope Gottmik wins this whole thing. Okay, next is Joey J. I followed him on Instagram. I think she's on Instagram. She's called Lashes and Crashes, and I followed her for a while. She's really, really cute as a boy. It seems like she doesn't perform with a drag name or a wig, so she's using her real hair. So that's a bit of an androgynous twist to the whole drag race thing, and we'll see how far she goes. I'm pretty sure at some point, someone's going to tell her to just try putting on a wig once. And I really hope she finds it a really clever way to turn it back on them. Okay, because it's something that defines her, and I think if she manages to bring it up to 11 and make it really clever and make it really her own, she'll do really, really well. And she's got this really nice punk rocker, grungy look going on, and I think she's going to, I really like her too. Okay, so I'm going to say she'll make top 6. It's going back with the chanterelle. Just blending all that out. So I'm going to need a matte black for this, and for this I'm going to try another new palette that I have, the Warrior 2 palette by Juvia's Place. It's got this really nice black here, which I've been dying to try. Buff that into the crease. Okay, I'm just going to cut the crease now with a bit of my blank canvas. Okay, and who's next? Kamara Hall. So Kamara Hall, Asian Queen. Yes, okay, Asian Queen. I root for all the Asian Queens too. She is Soju's drag mom. So Soju, who went home first on season 11. And she is a drag sister of Jada Essence Hall, who won season 12. Okay, so she's like right in the middle. If you average those things out, she might do just, right in the middle. But she seems to be a very polished queen, and she seems to be around the Instagram a lot. And I have seen her a lot with this other drag queen called Eva Young, who is amazingly beautiful, and they look kind of similar. There's a picture of them together on Instagram. So of course, Asian Queens I root, and I hope she's top 3. Okay, so much for the Brigitte Bardot look. This is turning out to be a bit more vampy than I expected. Okay, never mind. Let's just keep cracking. Okay, who's next? Candy Muse. Okay, Candy Muse I know. Candy Muse is from the House of Aja, so she's actually Dahlia Sin's drag sister. So Dahlia Sin went home last season, and now Candy Muse is on. Candy Muse, she's really, really loud and abrasive, and she's got these really thick eyebrows, and she paints her eyes really far apart, so she looks really like this distorted Bratz doll, and she's almost got a Vanjie kind of quality when she talks. So I'm quite excited to see her. I think she's going to make great TV, okay? She's been rumored to be on for a long time. I know on Sloppy Seconds, a podcast by Big Dipper and Meatball, they talk about her all the time, so I think she might go really far. She has quite a lot of good fashions. I mean, coming from the House of Aja and Dahlia Sin, I'm pretty sure they've decked her out with lots of really nice fashions. So I'm excited to see what Candy Muse has to serve. I think she will probably be top 6 as well. Just trying to figure out what to do now. I think I'm going to deepen the yellow up with some of this Rainer, okay, this rust color. Oh yeah, that's better. Oh, there's a lot of kickback for this shade. Okay, who's next after Candy Muse? Lala Key, not super impressed with her. She didn't look really put together during the interview, and it seems like she's only been doing drag for 2 years. Must be a really good performance queen also. I wasn't blown over by Lala Ree. She was a backup dancer for a lot of pop acts, and she's from Atlanta, and she's a daughter of Tamara Iman, who comes on later down. Okay, she seems to have done a lot of pageants. Yeah, so I think she's probably going to be like, you know, third out. I'll say she's third out. I'm going to set my lid with some Zazz from the Warrior 2 palette. Zazz. I have a song. I added Zazz in my October Snatch. Check it out. Song from the prom. Okay, and then we're going to go in West Coast on the lid and see how that looks. Wow. Okay, and then grabbing my green brush, I'm going to use Emerald City to blend those in. Maybe a bit of evergreen as well. I'm going to use Kufuru from the Warrior 2. Sketch out a brow. Okay, got my brows on, deepened up everything and put some liner on. My brows are really awful today, thank God for the bangs. You know, some days I just feel like I just can't do makeup. There's some days which I think I do really well, and then, you know, some days I'm like, oh. Anyway, so the next queen on our list is Olivia Lux. She's from New York City. She's also really high energy, and she's got this really beautiful cheekbones. Oh, I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills to contour. Okay, I'm trying to go for warm colors today. Okay, and it seems like she's a club queen and also quite a new queen as well. She says she's only been doing drag for 2 years. So, quite polished already. It also seems like she plays the piano, which excites me very much. I really like it when someone plays an instrument. I get like, you know, talent horny. Once the contour and everything's on, the eyes don't look so crazy. She also says she's originally from Jersey, so she seems to have a connection with Michelle Visage there. I think she'll go quite far, actually. I think Olivia Lux has a chance, actually. I'm not sure. She's really new. She seems a bit cocky. I'll say halfway as well. I think she'll go halfway. Use the same contour to contour my nose. And I'm going to contour a button nose today. So I'm just going to go around that ball of the nose and on the top there. Using my Sugar Pill Taco, just going to knock off this bake. I'm going to go to town with my blush. I'm going to try this Dora, okay, from the Warrior 2 palette. I haven't done my under eye. Sorry, forgot under eye. I want to use the same palette. I'm going to use Rainer again. Blend it a little bit away with this old growth. That smokes it up nicely. And it's quite a nice blush as well. Then I'm going to go in with Let It Rain, which is this really dark thing with some shimmer. Okay, and I'm going to put that in the outer corner right there. Okay, and then going back in, smudging that out into the orange. Who's next? Rosé. Okay, Rosé, I know this queen too. So Rosé is actually Jan Sports. Jan, okay, she was known as Jan, now Jan's sister. She performs in the group Stephanie's Child with Jan and Laguna Blue, and so they're all big Broadway queens and they all can sing amazingly well. And Rosé is also really cute as a guy, so I think she's going to be like the Trey of the season, as she said in an interview. She has quite a lot of expectations to fill, okay, with Jan doing so amazingly on the last season and then not really winning any challenges. So it can go 2 ways, okay? So it might be Rosé redeems everything and she wins a musical challenge and does really well, or she does even worse. They're all quite polished queens, so I'm pretty sure they will do well. But Rosé I think I think she's gonna make it halfway. So maybe Snatch Game. Looks so much better now. Exciting like this. Okay, carry on with our blush. So I'm still using Dora. Okay, make sure you get the tip of the nose. I'm going into the Clown Blush. I want this dark orange contortion onto the bridge of the nose. Almost makes up for those horrible brows. Okay, I think this look needs freckles. So I've got my KVD tattoo liner in brown. I'm just going to draw on some freckles like I did before. Just trying to smudge them out a little bit. Okay, and then go over them with some more blush. Before I do the lips, I'm going to do the body. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this shirt off. And for the body, because it's going to be a mossy thing, I'm going to pop on some mushrooms, okay, to match my mushroom hair. I'm going to use some foundation to give myself some of these yellowish splotches. This is Oriental, okay? This is, I'm just going to give myself random blotches of color to look like a forest floor. That's what I picture in my mind. I'm going to use my green Marron. It's like a growing mold. Okay, which queen is next? Simone. Okay, Simone's standing right in the middle of the entire promo shot, okay? And she's got this amazing hair. This amazing hair actually reminded me of this other wig stylist that I've been following called Nikki Nelms. But apparently started by Gigi Good. So Gigi Good was an amazing wig stylist as well. This really structural braids going up with all these gold hoops in there. Beautiful hair, okay? So she already stands out from that. That's really smart. She's from the House of Avalon, which is Gigi Good's house as well. So her aesthetic is, I'm pretty sure it's good. We're going to see a lot of Gigi Good inspired stuff. And from the House of Avalon, the expectations are really high, okay? Following Gigi Good's amazing season, all her fashions. So I'm pretty sure Simone will be serving those up. Okay, they look like a moldy piece of bread. Okay, I'm gonna powder this. Okay, just gonna let that set for a while. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've set all that, and now I'm just going in with Emerald City again, just to go over, give myself this greenish moldy look. Okay, who's next? Tamisha Iman. So she's the one who's apparently older. So she says that she's got 30 years on at least all the other queens. So if all the other queens are about in their 20s, she's what, 50? Which means there's hope for me. So I don't know how old she is. She doesn't look quite mature. She says she makes all her own outfits, but the outfit that she's wearing for the interview is not very impressive. You can't see very much of it. So apparently she's got like 78 drag children, and Lala Ree is one of them. So that's going to be quite interesting to see mother and daughter compete on the same season. Yeah, so it seems like she's a big pageant queen. She's got all the pageant hair and everything. Even her wig for the interview looks really, really crusty. So I'm not sure she's going to go very far. She might get the kind of like a, you know, a vivacious kind of edit, but I hope not. I hope the older queen goes far. So, you know, the hope for us late blooming queens in the future. I wonder what the oldest queen who got really far is, you know? Maybe Raja. Raja is quite old when not old. I think late 30s when she was on. She's in her 40s now, so she must have been, you know, 35 or something when she won Drag Race. Otherwise, they're all, you know, it really favors the young. Okay, next is Tina Burner, another New York queen and another comedy queen. So she's got this, you know, like a very vaudeville kind of energy to her. And she unfortunately looks a bit like Sherry Pie. And she also has this very Jackie Beat energy. So hopefully she'll be a very funny queen. She seems quite funny, and she calls herself a linebacker in a dress because she plays a lot of sports. Okay, and I think that's probably what I'm going to look like also. If I ever get on Drag Race, I'll be a linebacker in a dress. And also, because I've been only doing waist-up drag for the last year, I'm going to be horrible in heels. I haven't walked in heels for a long time, and even when I did walk in heels, people used to laugh at me for my heels. So, you know, linebacker in a dress that hits close to home. Moldy realness. I'm going to do my lips last, but now I've got these mushrooms, which I'll be gluing on myself. Okay, and I bought some parsley as well. I'm just going to use some of these leaves as kind of moss for my mushrooms. I guess that's... It's quite cute. Okay. Okay, and the last queen here is Utica Queen. Utica Queen I've been following for quite a while too. I actually noticed her, I can't remember why, I think she was on a list of something. I remember knowing her as a really crafty queen. She makes all these outrageous whimsical outfits and with patchwork and balloons and all this thing. So I've been actually following her for a while. Oops, I'll fix that later. Okay, so quite excited to see her too. She seems to have come quite a long way. Her aesthetic is very kooky, her personality is outrageous. It seems like she's got a lot of very interesting looks for the runway. Okay, so I think she's gonna go far. I would say she's probably top 6 as well. Utica Queen. The spray gum isn't really working, so I'm going to be trying some Prosade. This is my Prosade cream, which is a bit thicker. Let's hold it there and see. Okay, whew. So I've used Prosade to stick all these little mushrooms to me. And I'm just going to go in and do some finishing touches with my lips. I'm going to use my Superstay Maybelline for just a bit of a nudie lip today. I think I've gone through all the queens. To sum up, who are my tops? Okay, I think top 4 will be... Gottmik, Joey J, Kamora Hall, Gottmik, Joey J, Kamora Hall, and Tina Burner. I think these are going to be the top 4. Let's see whether I get it right. Okay, I'm really trying not to move so I don't dislodge all these little mushrooms. Use Reina also, the orange, to deepen up the outer corners. I'm almost done. I'm just going to throw on some finishing touches. I'm going to be back with the finished look. And this is the finished look. Moldy woodland nymph, ready for RuPaul's Drag Race. Leave down in the comments down below who you think are going to be the top 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13. Are they the same as mine? And also maybe let me know if you think I should be doing reviews of RuPaul's Drag Race. I didn't really want to do RuPaul's Drag Race reviews because I really wanted to, enjoy them. But putting in the extra work, if you guys want, I don't mind doing some reviews of the next season as well. Okay, so if you like this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and ring that bell for post notifications. And don't forget, there's a Coloured Rain giveaway still running from 2 videos ago. Instructions are in that video. So leave a comment in that video if you want to win a palette, alright? Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye! Watch my other videos. I applied for Drag Race there, and I interviewed Ashley50 here.